perfect example of what is known as the wedding cake style of building, which is a law here in New York City. See, when they first started putting up tall buildings in Lower Manhattan, they built them straight up. And what they found was they not only blocked the sun, but they blocked the air circulation, made very, very intelligent. That is when the city enacted the wedding cake law, which means after a certain amount of stories, all buildings must be built in tiers, like wedding cakes, in order to allow air to circulate. And I know you see these brand new buildings that go straight up like a sheet of glass. You also notice those buildings usually set way back from the sidewalk. And if you look over there from the top, they do taper off as they go up. Because no matter how they build them, they have to allow air to circulate. And you know, the city is not going to have any building that doesn't do that.
You know?
See, now the street coming up on the next side in front of us, when we cross that street, that is where Macy's has their famous Thanksgiving Day parade every year. And those giant balloons you see on TV, they may look kind of big on TV, but probably not as big as they really are. On the west side of the building in the front there, a big red Macy bag, most of those balloons are about as tall as that bag. Some of them are even taller.
Macy's comes all the way down the whole fucking block.
15, sometimes even 20 people to maneuver just one of those things down Broadway. Now, when we go to the side here, if you look both ways, you can see why they have the parade here. Broadway and 6th Avenue intersect, so it really widens up here. And of course, if you look at the side of the Empire State Building, see what I mean? All that beautiful design work on the top of the windows there, that's just low down.
Watch your heads.
Now, when we turn out to Fifth Avenue to the front of the building, there are beautiful pictures of the Art Deco style right in the front of the building over the main door. Too heavy. Now, when they built that one, they actually put 72 gargoyles just around the top of the building to prevent the rainwater from damaging the art and architecture. And the Metropolitan Life Insurance Tower, they say that those clocks are bigger than the ones on Big Ben. I've never seen Big Ben, so I can't say that. I don't know. However, I do know just one hand on one of those clocks weighs over 1,000 pounds. So that's over 8,000 pounds of weight just on the side of that building. And you know, the lobbies of those buildings are more beautiful than the tops of them. They're gorgeous, those buildings. They opened 1909 and 1911 respectively. See, now one thing you're going to notice here as we're moving forward, that the street signs here are no longer green, they're brown. Whenever you see brown street signs in New York City, you are in an historic district. And there's always going to be a black banner across the top that tells you which one. This is the Ladies Mile Historic District. Now, historic districts come from Jackie Kennedy. See, back in 1969, Jackie Kennedy had the Landmark Preservation Law passed to protect all these beautiful old historic buildings. A huge riot ensued. They all ended up in jail. However, at the next slide, you look to the left, in the park are two statues. One is two gay men standing, one is two gay women sitting.
Oh, I know that one.
This is the gay community right here.
It's blurry.
And a couple of blocks we're going to make a left turn, go across Bleecker Street back to Broadway. Now this little 4-block stretch here, this is the frozen town settlement of the village. When we make the left turn on the right, you're going to see John's Pizzeria. They opened back in 1929. This is the best pizza in New York. They get voted the best pizza every year, like over 40 years in a row. And thankfully, they opened a second shop last year right in Times Square on 44th and Broadway. See, most of the stores down here, the butchers, the bakeries, the artisan shops, they're owned and operated by generations of the same family. Most of them are like 75, 100 plus years old. The church on the right, Our Lady of Pompeii, which is well over 100 years old. See, this was started by a man named Father Antonio Demo. Apparently, he was not only a big force in the church, but in the entire community. So the park on the next block up ahead on the left, Father Demo Square. I'll tell you something else. These little apartment buildings are the storage facility.
Is this little Lily?
A one-bedroom in one of these.
Does this thing stop near here?
400-500 square feet if you're lucky. $5,000-$6,000 a month in rent. Does not include your utilities, including
Little Italy.
And they're not only small, very, very old, and they're all walk-ups.
Me too.
And you know,
That's
These used to be like sort of expensive, but the last 3 or 4 years, because of that show Sex and the City,
Oh, look at those,
prices in
Jeremy.
this neighborhood have gone through the roof. Unbelievable what that show is. There's so many people, there's so many young girls came to realize kissing that show for real.
You want to do some videos?
It was sad though, because so many of them had to go home party. See, now part of Demo Square is on the left. On the right side is Winston Churchill Square. And the reason we have that, Winston Churchill's mother, Jenny Jerome, was a native New Yorker. She brought him here to live when he was like 2 or 3 years old. And they lived here for about 10 years. And you know, just by sheer coincidence, call it a fluke, call it whatever.
We are? That's coffee.
Another interesting place to see the recast the International Culinary Center here. We did it with one year left. So you know, you can eat there for $42 a 5-star meal. Those chefs are in training. They will take very good care of you. I went to check out the menu, it's good. The next stop is Chinatown. This is where you can get your knockoffs. You get that, you watch it. Who's getting off to Chinatown? Raise your hand. Who's getting off to Chinatown? Okay, we're gonna pull over. We're going to the down street. And if you look to the left and right, you'll see the window about selling your goods. There's 350 restaurants, 60 cafes, 27 banks, and about 30 spa and nail shops.
Private funding by American citizens, the architect was an American, Richard Morris. Inside the pedestal is a poem, The Colossus, written by poet Emma Lazarus. A portion of the poem you might be familiar with goes something like this. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe.
You get it?
The wretched refuse from your teeming shores and these are homeless. The tempest tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Port of New York is measured from the Statue of Liberty, a 25-mile radius. That includes stops in Newark, Elizabeth, Bayonne, and New Jersey.
Central Park.
In the wintertime, they ice skate down there.
Oh, really?